Alright, figured I'd demonstrate a neat little gadget I got a while back. This is an old cable TV converter, and this goes back to the days of analog. And for right now the way things are with digital, you kind of just have to improvise when you play around with one of these. And I got it hooked up to a set-top box on top there. So I'm going to show you how this works in just a minute. Don't quite know how well y'all can see that here. It's like there's a shadow over here. I might turn on another lamp in just a minute, but the bottom there is the UHF input on this TV and the VHF input on top here. Let's see if I get a lamp on over there. And the way this works is you got the cable input, which for right now is just running from channel 3 and output on a new TV converter. And this one is to VHF and this one is to UHF. I'll show you how that's set up in a minute. Alright, so we take the UHF, I'm going to connect that one first. In fact, the VHF is not working on this box at the moment, but that don't matter for right now because that's not what I want to demonstrate anyhow. And just connect like so to the matching transformer. I think some people call these baling or something like that. And so for the VHF, okay, notice that the dial is set to UHF on the top, and the marker is hard to see on the bottom knob, but there it is on the, I'm going to assume, let's see, that's, let's see, 15, 16, I'm going to say that's channel 17, and maybe channel 16, but I believe you're correct, channel 16. But if you notice, the VHF portion of the box is just dead for some reason. I switch it to UHF and there is the channel 3 output on like channel 17 or 16 or something like that on the UHF. And now if you had an assortment of cable channels, they would all show up on the UHF dial. Other than channels 2 through 13, which would show up on the top dial as usual, as if you connected the box straight to the TV. But you notice that since I only get one channel, there's nothing going on. I think channel 3 tries to come in somewhere along the line. That's interesting, that blanks right there. Channel 25 actually. The channel tries to work in 35 kind of also for some reason, but it's not as clear as the lower channel. That right there, as far as I know, is digital interference. Now off camera, I switched the output of the converter box directly to the UHF tuner. So we know that's active, and the output straight from that converter box is distorted, but when it runs through, like say a VCR or one of these or converter boxes like so, it clears it up for some reason. I don't know if there's too much signal going out or something like that. Don't know why. As you can see, this TV, I think, actually has a pretty good picture. In ways, I think this one's just a little bit blander than this old gal, which was made in 1989. And believe it or not, there's a symptom showing that the tube is possibly on the way out. As you can see, there's a color smearing on reds and stuff there. But anyway, that's another subject that I've covered before on this TV. It's a Zenith Custom Series. And here's a shot of it turning off. Here's the initial view of the inside of this. And there's the AC supply coming in. It's rated for about 2 watts. And as you know, just right there, the one side of the line is connected directly to the chassis on this unit, with there's a resistor hidden inside that tape. And now we'll take apart this cover off camera. I was misquoted earlier, or misquoted myself, whatever you want to say. These capacitors are actually a funky name. Honesty is the brand name on them. Honesty, yeah. This one's 100 microfarad at 25 volts. And this one's 100 microfarad at 35 volts. And I think the sleeves run in opposite directions. And to me, I could be wrong, but I think that's the plastic sleeve. It was intended for use on the other style of capacitor, which I do not recall the name. I know these are actual leads. Axial, however you say that. Yeah, as you can see, there's not too much going on inside of one of these. Probably not as much as what you would think. And you can see inside that shield a little bit. The light almost makes it look like it's more complex than it really seems to be in person. So yeah, that's a wrap on this. And for some, like I said, for some reason, the VHF output on this is not working, and I'm not sure what is up with that, because I don't see anything obvious. Oh, yeah. Thanks for watching. More to come later, and God bless.